Sorry for the delay. I didn't get a chance to trade non-farm pair with everybody today. I'd like to review it though. Let's see how everything went, and let's get started. So, we understand this risk in trading. Please and always use trade capital only. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Whether trading stocks, options, futures, forex, cryptos, you know the deal. Follow me on social media: youtube.com/Chris Pulver, Twitter @RealChrisPulver. Make sure it's the real me. Kick off all the scammers. You know the deal. Okay, let's get started. Let me make sure audio is coming through loud and clear. Yes, yes, yes. Nice to see everybody. Say hi again. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, let's go. So pretty big day overnight with currencies. Here's a currency strength chart. JPY, big jump to the upside. Dollar's getting stronger in non-farm. So what do we have? Beat expectations. Expected to see. So look, we're taking profit all week on dollar weakness. That was the plan. So going into this morning's non-farm, hopefully you're booking profits with a trailing stop loss. 200 forecast came in 263. Average hourly earnings, big jump. Wow, big jump. So 0.5. All right. Let's take a look at Smart Trader. Let's go into the 1 minute basket on the dollar crosses. And, I know my Master Flex students can handle their own, and hopefully we saw some good volatility to grab some pips this morning on some dollar strength, at least in the near term. All right. Morning, morning, morning. Yep, good morning, David. Morning, Gary. We're good. So let me jump into the charts here. So because it made me log in. Let's get after it. Here we go. There's the dashboard. All right, so we booked some profits on New Zealand Swiss. We booked profits on Aussie CAD. We booked profits on New Zealand CAD. We had some runs. Our yen crosses, the dollar yen hit our 200 EMA and then some. We had like another 200 to 300 pip jump to the downside. Woke up this morning to some chart alarms at like 133 on that dollar yen. So this was a great spot to be protecting profits on the dollar yen. So we're off the lows. We had lows around 133.50. We jumped up about 200 pips. So wouldn't be surprising if the dollar yen is looking to come back a little bit, 136 to 137 in the near term. Let's go into the short term basket trading and see what the non-farm looked like. Pretty simple system and strategy to follow Master Flex. Aussie, Euro, pounds. Okay, the whole basket. Here we go. Okay, well, interesting little development there. That's just non-farm, big jump to the downside. It's hard to chase that. We'd be looking for, well, I mean, truth of the matter is, looking at this right now, I know it's an hour after the news. There's no follow through. Think about this. We had one giant candle to the downside to kind of finish off this move. Now we're pulling back. I wouldn't be surprised if you want to start marking up some charts. Don't be surprised if the dollar cross comes back and fills this non-farm payroll gap around 68. So it's another, 20 pips or so to the upside. I could see this being kind of the final hurrah, like, profits being booked, and then we end up retracing all the way back to this pocket on the 1 minute time frame. So if I were to trade this right now, let me bring up the drawing tool. Very good, David. That's awesome. Yep, finally get out. Over 800 pips, David. Yes, good. Dollar yen, good profit. I love it. I love it. I know. Look, I know we've been waiting for a long time in that trade. I know it, but I think it paid us handsomely. So trailing stop losses worked a ton. We actually had some nice generosity on that dollar yen, pushing another. Really, it went another 150 pips lower than I thought as far as the immediate targets. So looking at this, Aussie dollar, some of the dollar pairs right now. If we turn back to red, we can take a sell trade going after this low. If we turn green, this pocket is likely going to get filled. So if it stays green, showing some buy zones on the 1 minute time frame, that would be my pocket right around 68.10. If everything turns red, we can look at a stop loss just above and go after the lows around 67.50. So we may line up, maybe a 15-20 pip move on some of this after the news movement. But this was a lot of volatility overnight. For the JPY to kind of soar like this, I know it's given a lot of it back. But anyway, good spot to be protecting profit on some of those yen crosses. Okay. All right, so that is Aussie dollar. Let's go Euro dollar. They're going to look pretty similar. It's just I can tell it's one of those days where the news announcement is going to look very similar. So here's Euro dollar. Same thing. If we go red, turn red, look to take a trade down to the lows. If we stay green, you could be buying this alignment, stop loss right in here, and then go after this little pocket. So there is about, this looks about 30 to 40 pips to the upside. This is about 30 to 40 pips to the downside. So if I'm looking to follow here for the next, maybe 30 minutes to 60 minutes trading, either filling this pocket all the way or turning red and going back to retest the lows. Okay. Pound dollar, same thing. So this one probably has more volatility. Pockets all the way up towards 2260. That's another 50 to 60 pips to the upside. If we turn red, 2190 entry down to 2140, about 50 to 60 pips. So there's still some opportunity to get some flow through opening bell. It's been a pretty wild week. Yesterday in equities on demand, we did take a short, 400 by 405 bear call spread on the SPY, and part of that was because the VIX hit 20. That's been one of the easiest strategies all year, was to, if the VIX hit 20, just sell the SPY, and that has yielded over 25% profit this year. Okay. So I'm gonna throw a note out for Master Flex and the Flex Trading Room and say that we're live. So live on YouTube. Okay. So New Zealand dollar. Oops, I meant to go to the other workspace here. Let's go back to what? There we go. New Zealand dollar, same thing. So do we have any follow through? Turn red, go after the lows. Turn green, stay green, fill the pocket. This one has about 25 pips up or down. So I'm going to just hang out and kind of wait and stalk this 1 minute chart and see if I can get an entry. So sell trade, I need another maybe 10 pips to the downside to confirm everything realigns red. Green would just be if we get into the buy zone, stop loss below, and just try to fill that pocket. Okay. That's New Zealand dollar. The dollar CAD, same thing. We went up. We just shot straight up on non-farm. Now we're pulling back. If we're going to go green again, we'd want to see green go back to retest the high. We've nearly filled the pocket all the way, so that one is less of a sell trade because of, well, we had CAD news and dollar news this morning. Dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss. So jump straight up from 93.30 to 94. Wow, that's a 90 pip move on the dollar Swiss this morning. Wow, that's good. Okay. So let me take a look at dollar Swiss on the higher time frame. So 94.02. We do have a fresh monthly pivot, by the way. A couple things we can talk about next week in Flex. Right here, monthly pivot. That's around 96.50. I do have a buy trade in. I'm looking at this as target 1 and a pocket here around target 2. So I do have a long position at equal lows on dollar Swiss. I'm going to hold this one for a positive rollover trade too. We had CPI data come out for the Swiss this week. I think we have a rate decision in 2 weeks. Let me confirm that. So it's not next week that's crazy busy. It's the week after that. So I'm looking forward to trading with everybody in the next couple of weeks. GDP for CAD, that was this week. We're finished up this week. So let's do next week's trading. Let's see what high impact is next week. So we have ISM for the US, cash rate decision for the Aussie, expected to raise another 25 basis points. GDP for the Aussie, BOC expected to raise by 25 basis points. So some of these banks have slowed down, right? The BOC was raising 50 and 75 basis points. Now they're doing 25 points. We have PPI coming out of the U.S. on Friday the 9th. So not a crazy busy week, but we will definitely be looking to trade CAD news on Wednesday. Okay. And then the following week, it's going to be the 12th through the 16th. This is a crazy week. GDP for the pound, employment numbers for the pound, CPI for the U.S. That's Tuesday the 13th. CPI for the pound on Wednesday morning. FOMC, there's no forecast, but the Fed should be raising rates by 75 points. And then Aussie employment, Swiss National Bank rate decision. Again, no forecast, but they hopefully will not raise rates. They're at 0.5% right now from a negative 7.5 not too long ago. We have Swiss National Bank and Bank of England and European Central Bank, all in the same day. So Fed, Swiss, pound, euro. Buckle up. That's a lot of volatility in a 24-hour window. So definitely looking forward to trading that next week. We will start. Let's see. That is Wednesday afternoon. So we're going to do a bonus session on Wednesday the 14th. We'll do a bonus session for FOMC, and then on Thursday the 15th, we'll start our session early for Flex. We'll start at 7 a.m. We're going to look to trade, the after party for the Swiss. See what that gives us. Hopefully Swiss weakness based on the basket alignments, and then we'll trade the pound crosses, and we'll look to trade, into the euro. We might take a little break in between. We might just be live on smart trader trading rooms, but we'll be live. We might just take a little breather in between, stretch the legs, get some coffee, and get ready to trade some euro pairs as well. So I'm looking forward to trading that weekend. I do think this week, the 12th to the 16th, will establish the tone for the remainder of the month. So if we get some decent direction to come out of this week, I would look for that to be a drift. So, pushing higher, trending for the next couple of weeks, pushing lower, trending lower for the next couple of weeks. This is going to be a good week to be trading. Okay. Yep. So it'll be a crazy time to finish up the month, but that's why we're here, doing our best. Okay. All right. Let me take a look at a couple other things. I'll keep today's session short and sweet. Again, I apologize for the delay, but meeting went long, and it was a pretty important meeting, so it is what it is. But we'll be back on Monday. And Equities on Demand students, I'll see you in 15 minutes. We got a week to wrap up. We got some good trades going this week. CCL's Carnival Cruise Lines. This should be in full profit today. We have an 850 by 8. Halliburton will be in full profit today. We're trading at 38. We have a 30 by 29. Alcoa possibly getting called away today, but looks like maybe not. So 48.30. I have a cover call at 49.50. CLF, I put in a 15.50. We're trading at 15.79. This one might get called away for about, what's my break even? Let me check my notes. Where are you? Notes. So here we go. Let me go to CLF. These are all my stock positions. CLF, I have a 12-2, 15.50 covered call. So my break even is 11.56. So it's about $4 a share. I have 400 shares on CLF, so I'll make $1,300 or $1,400 on that trade. So hopefully we stay above 15.50. I get it called away. I might roll it next week if it gives me 15, 20 cents, but it might not be worth it. So I don't mind getting it called away, getting the cash back, taking $1,300 profit. And then we have a couple credit spread winners. And Alcoa, I'll just cover it again aggressively next week. We have everything else looking pretty good. Bonds, TLT is looking fine to the upside. UUP, this is the dollar index pushing lower. FXY, this is the JPY. These are some option trades we did pushing higher. We had a 75 by 65. I'm going to humor myself. Let me look at this really quickly. So traders and Equities on Demand, we took a pretty awesome trade on FXY, which is a way to trade the Japanese yen with options. So let me get logged in here. Yep, thanks, Ruth Ann. I appreciate that. Everyone tuning in. Yeah, if everyone do me a favor, just hit that thumbs up button for me. Nice little crowd tuning in, 50, 60 people watching live. Hit the thumbs up button real quick. Let's saturate that algorithm. I want to go into the credit spread. So we did a 75 by 65 on FXY, and we collected like $2 or $3 of profit, and it didn't take a long time. We were out of that trade a couple weeks ago, but we collected like $9 and change in credit. So it was a ridiculous trade. And now I'm curious, like this might be worth like $4 or $5. So let me see what the expiration was. It was a 120 expiration. I think that, yeah, so the broker signed us early on the March 17th one. We took a 12-cent loss. This one we ended up closing out for, I think we closed for like a $7 debit. So we took like $2 of credit, and it was pretty early. Obviously not having to wait till the expiration, but I'm curious what it's trading for right now. So if we did a bull put spread, this was out to the 20th of January, and it was a 75 by 65. So 75, that was a sell to open, so that'd be a buy to close, and this was a 65. So if that was a sell to open, buy to open, that'd be a buy to close, sell to close. How is that possible? Wow, I find that hard to believe. I don't know. Can somebody check this for me? 75 by 65, sell to open, buy to open. So we collected, yeah, I mean, we collected like $9 of credit. So if I went buy to close, that's really weird. This is almost showing no profit, but we're trading FX. Oh, Y. Never mind. Hang on a second. There we go. I just had the wrong symbol. Doi. All right, let's try this again. So FXY to the 20th, and we did the 75 by 65. So 75 right here. That was a sell to open, so it's a buy to close. and 65. This should be showing, yeah, okay. So, I mean, I don't feel bad. We grabbed $2 per contract in profit, and right now we're able to grab about $2.85. So considering the price is up another, $4 or $5, we're not really getting a lot more profit out of it. So I don't feel too bad. I was wondering if this was going to be, $5 or $6 worth of total profit, which I would have been like, oh, it'd been nice to hang on to it. But anyway, I don't feel too bad. It's fine. All right, and the trade that we took yesterday that did get filled, we took a bear call spread in the SPY. It was a 400 by 405. We got filled for 310, and we did that because there's been a really nice correlation with the VIX and the SPY this year, that if the VIX is at 20, which is at right now, that I'm looking to go long the VIX. So if I go long the VIX, I'm going short the SPY. And I'm taking that out to January. So that's another trade we added in for yesterday. Good stuff. Okay. All right, that's it. And anything else? Let's go smart trader. Check on our dollar Swiss. How did we do this week, by the way? How traders do this week? We should have done pretty well, yeah. I know we had some JPY crosses. We protected some profit. I closed up for about 2,500 pips this week, which I'm really happy with. I'm going to check on robots really quickly. Perfect Storm, how did it do this week? 387 pips. I'll take it. And my Pocket Spread and Pro Robot, 105 pips. And let's see. Yeah, so robots did pretty well this week. I know we have some students reporting some great results, trading some Masterflex this week as well. Solid week, yes. Closing some profit, protecting some profit, that's good. Nice way to wrap up the year. We're not done. There's still a lot of good trading ahead. I will be very active in the markets until the 23rd. So I'm taking a little bit of time off starting that week, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and a couple weeks off from there. But we will be trading, actively. I will at least until the 23rd. So that week, the 12th through the 16th, I want everyone to just mark it. Let's trade together a lot. We'll trade, any bonus sessions for FOMC. We'll start the flex room early on Thursday, Wednesday to Thursday, between Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, all day. That's going to be a pretty wild 48 hours. So I'm hoping we have some good flow going right there. Here is an opportunity. I'm just looking at dollar Swiss to the short term. If we had that little buy trade go after the highs on dollar Swiss, that's a little scalp opportunity for about 20 to 30 pips. I think I might look at a scalp right now, actually. See if the currency strength is favoring some dollar movement. So we had big run on the JPY, some heavy profit taking most likely. Dollar got the pop during 8:30. Now we're going to see what the dollar does. Did anything change on the FedWatch tool? Maybe, maybe not. Wow, look at that. David said 25.35 the week, today over 1,000. Excellent stuff. Very good stuff. Here's a probability for 2 weeks from now. It's looking like a 50 basis points hike that the market's expecting out of the Fed. So we'll see that in a couple weeks. I'm trying to get logged into MetaTrader 4. I'm going to look for a little scalp here on the dollar Swiss. So if I go right in here, let me change that color to blue. Okay. So a little buy trade right there. I'm just going to target the high. I like dollar Swiss. Now I'm not going to stop out of this trade. I'm just going to build my dollar Swiss and maintain the position that I already have. I'm going to try to get back to 9,600 or higher on the dollar Swiss. Okay. Peter coming in with some pips, around 1,500 pips this week. Finally finished the dollar yen long position. Long position or short position? Long in time and duration, but I was assuming that we'd be short, right? We'd have been holding short. Yep. That's the direction that paid out this week. Long time coming. So it was obviously refreshing to see. It's been a long trade in the making, but it finally rolled over. And that 200 EMA target was spot on. We had that big flush Little pullback to the pivot, little pullback to the pivot this week. That was a good selling opportunity. So, this high to low, lower high to lower low, lower high pivot, pivot right there. I mean, just a couple of really good sell spots. Now we're at the 200 EMA. So, I mean, from 152 to 135, that's 1,700 pips. Now, again, this doesn't have to be super complicated. It was a patient trade. We had to be patient, but we essentially had a breakout from 103 to 152. So I'll repeat that, 103 to 152. So 152 minus 103, you're talking about 4,900 pips. And this is retraced about 1,700. So what's 1,700 divided by 4,900? About a 35% retracement. You're right in that same wheelhouse using Fibonacci, right? 30% is GAN, 38% Fibs. It's right there. And the low is actually 134, so we had about 1,800 pips. Yeah, about 1,800 pips. So what's 18 divided by 49? That's probably right around that 38%. 18 divided by 49, 37%. You're right there with just a classic fib number. So, I mean, this is why Forex is still the most amazing technical market. It's like, even though this was the dumbest, most irrational trend for like 6 or 8 months, what did it do for the last month? Sold off, found a 38% fib, found pivots, found pockets, found a previous level, found everything, found the 200 EMA. Took a while. It wasn't fun. It was an unpleasant experience, but net, we're okay. Okay, good stuff. All right, everybody. Any questions? Any final stuff for today? I'm going to take a look at some scalping opportunities. I'm trying to clean things up on my end to trade more short term. I'm still rocking some positions on, CAD Swiss long, which I'm going to hold that one. Let me see here. Thought I had a pending order on CAD Swiss. Let me put another one in here. So that's 09. I'll do an O. That's 67.55. Okay. So 08. 67. Okay, so CAD Swiss, I'm looking long for some non-FIFO action. Swiss yen, I'm looking to see if we can get to break the BOJ intervention candle, which we're right there on it today. So if we can push lower and close lower, there is a decent bar count. We're at 300 bars on the Swiss yen daily. So we still have a little bit more downside towards that 200. We have previous lows around 137, 137.60. We have a really nice level of demand and a pocket between 135 and 136. We're also trading at all-time highs in the Swiss yen. So if that trade cooperates, and maybe that's over the Swiss National Bank rate decision in a couple weeks, but if that breaks down below this BOJ intervention candle, we have it measured. That's why this green box is on the chart. This was my high to low. I measured this projected high to low. That's why that green line is right there. It's 135.80. So I'm break even right now at 143. And if we can get profit around 136, I'll be very happy with that trade. And that'd be another one to kind of roll in for some big profits. Euro Swiss, still being patient on this one, but am fully committed to this one going back up to 104 and 105. Euro dollar still rocking to the upside. We'll see if it closes and stays above 105, because if it does, we probably have room to get back to 108, 110. Dollar index is still going to be an interesting currency overall. Okay. Yep. Good, Denise, holding Swiss yen. 1,100 pips, Brad. Awesome stuff. Yep. Good stuff. Love to hear it. All right, everybody. No, the session was short and sweet. We'll be back on Monday. Let's do Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And next week, Wednesday, I'm trying to think. There's no bonus sessions next week. We'll just have business as usual for equities on demand and for Flex. And then so Monday, Friday, Pulver report. And then the following week, just get ready for a busy week on the 12th through the 16th. Couple extra bonus sessions, whether I sprinkle them in on YouTube or do them in the Smart Trader trading rooms. I think what I'll do is I will do a Monday. Let me go back to here. So let's go to the calendar. If I do Monday the 12th, that's youtube.com/Chris Pulver. Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time for FOMC, I'll do it on the YouTube channel. Thursday morning, we'll trade just in the Flex trading room through Smart Trader. We'll trade early at 7 a.m. And then Friday morning, business as usual at 9 a.m. Eastern time. There might be a slight modification next week on Friday. No, it'll be fine. I'm traveling next week, but I'm still around. So I plan on doing a session. I'll be in a hotel on Friday. So I'm going to be in Arizona scoping out some property. So anyway, All right, buddy. That's it. Happy Friday. Thanks for being with me today. YouTube.com/Chris Pulver. See you on Monday. Equities on Demand students. I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to grab some coffee and we'll kick off our session, wrap up the week with a couple of credit spread profits. Hopefully, we'll see some covered calls, do some management, and happy Friday. Masterflex students, I'll see you today at 1 p.m. We're going to talk about the update. I believe it was pushed out into the online university, so we'll talk about that update and just start breaking down the inputs so we're more comfortable with it and, everyone can jump into it. The community's been amazing with how active everybody's been, just super active with just running tests and doing input stuff. So we'll dissect that all today. Good stuff. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye.